Hello, you guys. It's been crazy. But first of all, hey, you guys are pretty awesome. I don't know any other team ever that could weather, what do we have? 3, 4, like 5 call-offs in 4 days, a massive snowstorm, and some super craziness with quarantining as well, than this team. We survived Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday with nary a scar. Well, except for Amy's car. Amy's car. She ended up getting stuck. But you guys did an amazing job. Thank you all for your dedication, for getting here. I know Adam had a kind of a rough drive in Sunday evening, but he made it. Sally made it home. Brenda made it in the morning. Jenna and Steve made it in Monday night. There were some of us that Brandy got it right in. Jenna got it right in. Y'all showed it up. It was amazing. We even went to great extent of trying placement remotely for the first time ever. Thank you, Brittany, for pioneering the course on night shift. I'm really glad Steve and Jenna were here together to kind of get through that. But, you guys, we did some really amazing things this week that have unheard of. Out of the box. It's awesome. And Kim, I don't want to ever forget to give Kim the biggest shout out ever. She has been like lady on the spot with trying to help cover all of these BMA holes, holes that I couldn't cover because I was covering nursing holes. I really have so much respect for this team. Danny, jumping in, coming in whenever you can. You guys are really, truly working as a team to get it covered and get it done, which is so critically important for our patients. It's obvious that you guys are here and you're dedicated to make sure that we get our patients what they need. So thank you for that from the bottom of my heart. I don't know how else I could say it. It was really quite impressive and amazing. And I was really just pleased and honored to be part of the whole thing. So now we can say that we know we can do placement remote if we absolutely have to, although I don't know that we'd want to do it during the day. It's a little scary. We do have 2 nurses now, Paige and Casey, who have set up to try remote work for the nurses from home. So that's great. We don't currently have the budgetary funds to outfit all of the nursing staff, but I'm working on that. If nothing else, in the next budget for fiscal year 22, we will work on getting those of you who are willing and able to work from home outfitted for that. So that when we do have emergencies and we don't have somebody to work, we can at least do it from home if absolutely necessary. So that's still more to come. I think Casey's doing some really great lessons learned about how she's managing the calls from home. I still have some information to put together to send out to you guys about how to use those soft phones because it's super confusing. But I think the BMAs probably could run circles around us by now because they're all using soft phones at home. So I'm just super proud of you guys. This has been a really unique situation and a really unique year. And we've done so many things that we just never thought we could before, and we did it without like anybody even really noticing, which is even more impressive. I hope you guys saw that Dr. Vansquist shout out to us. It was super awesome. I love her comments and words about this team when she's on transfer calls. And I know it's not just the nursing staff who she talks to. I know she's talking about the whole team. And so you guys really should take that to heart. You do an amazing and a phenomenal job every day. So we just always remember we're here for our patients. You guys show that every day. We'll keep going. That's what leads us in the right direction, right? Follow your heart. So other than that, I do want to welcome Kelvy and Amy back. Yay for Kelly for joining us for the first time. Yay to getting our other Amy back. Now we have our 2 Amys. This is super exciting to me. So that's going to be great for us. They're already doing phenomenally well in their just couple of days of training. They both showed up on Monday and Tuesday for their new employee orientation. And they kind of just functioned as real BMAs when I had to take placement all day yesterday. So great work. Really awesome job. You're obviously fit for our team. You'll fit right in. So we're super happy and excited to have you. A few other things that I just wanted to touch on face to face because I can. I wanted to let you guys know that Vicky and Brandy are involved in a process group that's looking at children's hospital placement guidelines. We had the meeting today with the leadership teams. Brandon Smith is actually leading it. I know, don't freak out. I'm actually very pleased with what he's done. You can clearly tell he listened to Brandy and Vicky. He took their input. He heard them. He did some really great investigative work and asked nursing questions about what they do. And he really is trying to uncover some of our barriers and really help make placement easy and allow us to make the decisions. So I was super thrilled with the meeting today. So great work, Vicky and Brandy. So pleased that you guys agreed to do so and that it's going so well. So great way of representing our team. I'm super excited about that. I want to give a huge shout out to Christy and Emily and Amy for our awesome write board. Yeah, I love it. I already said that once or twice, but it's super awesome. It makes me so happy when I walk in and I see it. So please don't forget to write your peers' comments and notes. There will be prizes at the end of every month for the winner, which is super exciting because who doesn't like to win stuff that's $5 or more? I mean, come on, guys. We're really up in the ante this time. Please don't forget that if you have something extra special, somebody who goes above and beyond our everyday workload, send them a message to me, please, so that I can give pause up points when it's appropriate. I love to give them. It's super important that I can. And I have all sorts of stashed points now that Heather's gone. So you just hit me up, okay? All right, cool. Other things I just wanted to touch base on as well. The February 5th, which is in 2 days, the COVID vaccine declination forms are due. So if you are going to decline the COVID vaccine and you know that now, can you please complete that and turn that in? They just want to be able to track where we're at from a supply standpoint and how much they're going to need so that they continue to vaccinate our staff here. But if we don't need them here, they want to be able to give them to the public. So if you can get those declination forms in, that would be great. February 5th. That's 5th. If you checked out the staff notebook recently, you will see that I put up some pretty graphs, some data. Who doesn't love some data? I love data. Amanda helped me. Don't get me wrong. She was able to put together some stuff for us to take a look at. So what you'll see is our offered call volume year over year, as well as the calls that we answered, incoming answered calls. So those aren't necessarily exactly the same. The answered incoming calls is everything. That includes what we could call DN lines, so the ring out loud lines, your personal extension, and then 1710, 1708, and 285-151 when it's not, when the BMA is not logged into that skill set. So it combines all of those calls. So you can see we kind of hit the same-ish on all of the answered calls that we're doing. So we're still answering just as many calls, regardless of what our staffing is doing, which is pretty crazy. But you can see from the offered volumes that year over year, our offered volumes are continuing to go down. We knew that. We're getting fewer and fewer referrals. It's a concern. It's a big concern. So it's something we want to make sure that we're paying attention to. It's really critical that we make every effort to place as many of our transfer patients as quickly as we can. It's really difficult when we're super tight, but we need to start talking and getting back into the habit of really sneaking in those transfers when we can. I think the nursing staff are doing a really great job of trying to triage those patients. What I know I'm missing from the nursing staff is seeing those triage numbers in teletracking and in the transfer center on a consistent basis so that our placement BMAs know what they're doing. So nursing staff, please don't forget to put those numbers in. BMA staff, please make sure that we're really considering placing as many of those patients as possible, especially if they're an IMC ICU. I know IMC is tricky, but if it's a critical care patient, we really should be bringing those in and making other beds when we can. So I'm planning on doing a few staff meetings about placement only for all of us. So let's talk through placement, talk through what our plan is, what our goal is, where we're going with it. So we can get all on the same page and really have a united front as we move forward. But yeah, so more to come. So take a look at the fancy graphs. Who doesn't love some fancy graphs? Yeah, I think that's all I know for right now. COVID volumes are going down. A little bit. I know that. That's exciting. I have a few meetings on the books for what are we going to do to convert the PZD back to non-COVID. Don't freak out. I know that we don't have the capacity to absorb those anywhere else right now, but that's on the books. There's a meeting on the books about when do we start taking the children's hospital beds back to pediatrics instead of the adult AMC. There's a meeting on my calendar about taking 7SA1 down so they can start the construction on 7th floor to make our new big fancy MICU. All sorts of things that are on my calendar, but nothing that's in stone yet. But those things are coming. I'll have more information for you when I know it. The other things that are still on my calendar that's taking up a lot of my time, there's still the Care Connect project that's going live in July. So I am in various Care Connect meetings for that. It has a lot to do with our registration. That will change for us. Some things are going to change, probably significantly to a certain extent. We'll still have... they're going to get rid of the conversation functionality, so you'll be able to do everything in one patient instead of having to enter a conversation for that patient to do different things. But there's more to come on that. We'll get training and there'll be all sorts of stuff for that. There is a process that they're talking about. It's called physician status orders that they are currently working on putting into practice that will also impact our team, but I am still unsure of how much it will impact. What I do know is that the change attending thing is gonna go away because the system is actually gonna talk to itself and it's gonna be amazing. So they're looking at change attending, change service lines. Some of those basic ones will go away, as well as the change level of care, which will be very interesting. So we're working, I haven't seen what the Cerner product will look like, so we can't move forward about how will we manage upgrades and downgrades, but don't worry, that's all well on my radar. And when we get to those places, Emily, of course, will be engaged and we'll reach out to the team for different input as well. But there are some changes coming with Cerner, some things that I am very excited about that will help us decrease the volume of task work so that the BMAs can start focusing more on placement. That's going to be huge for us. So I'm very excited about that. But like I said, it's still all kind of up in the air. There's a lot of decisions that still haven't been made yet. So when I know more concretely, I will let you know. I just don't want to tell you guys something and then have to take it back and then tell you guys something else and have to take it back because, you know, that's how it is around here. So, but just to give you a little bit of insight on that. The other thing to consider and keep in mind is that teletracking upgrade is February 23rd. It is quickly approaching. So if you have not had a chance to look at the new Transfer Center document or the video, don't forget it's out there in the staff notebook so that you can watch the Transfer Center document and do all that training. Excuse me. The other really awesome thing I really want to make sure that you all realize and acknowledge is that Transfer Center will no longer be on the storefront, which means it's not going to close down all the time. It's going to be magic. It's actually going to live in the same body of work as your teletracking. So you'll enter it one way and you'll have tabs. So it'll be really interesting, but very exciting that we will no longer have to access storefront to get into Transfer Center. Woohoo! All right, I've talked for 13 minutes. That's a long time, but I feel like I haven't given you an update for a long time, and I really, really, really wanted to spend some time expressing to you how grateful I am to all of you. It was a really awesome showing of what this team can do. So just a little bit longer. We have a little bit further to go, so don't give up on that teamwork. You know, we still have some quarantine questions out there and some other things happening, but I know this too shall pass and we will get through it. So keep it going, keep smiling, keep acknowledging your peers for their awesome work, keep enjoying the sunshine and ordering food because who doesn't love to do that? Okay. And to Kelvy and Amy, sorry, this is the longest update I've probably ever done. So congratulations, it's your first. All right, take care.